I am covering right now for huge profits. Limit 192. It is a perfect morning panic as usual. Look at this stock. It has just collapsed down to 185. It has just collapsed. I am short from 209. I was a little too early yesterday. I got some buy-ins, but I nailed it. It is now coming back a little bit. It's dropped from 220 down to 185. I'm trying to cover for $12,000 profit. Overall, Wedbush. I'm doing it from the penthouse suite. It's a beautiful location, $5,000 a night. This is how we make our money. This is it, guys. This is it. This is how we get paid. This was so predictable. This is the exact same pattern as ONVO, ECAU before it, the first time it collapsed. It's exact. It happens every single time. It's amazing. I got to send out a real-time trade alert. How much left? Let's see. I got to update my position. I covered at, what did I cover at? I got 26,000 left. I'm still trying to cover. I covered at 186. 186. So I covered what? 27,000? Beautiful morning panic. Totally predictable. $10,000 plus in profits. And I like this because now I'm redeemed. I have not just, shorted this once, but twice, and I've nailed it, and I've covered perfectly. This one, not like the 30, 40, 50% collapse because this has already happened. I probably don't even have to cover. I just like covering on camera. I like locking in profits, making $10,000 before it's even 7 a.m. here on the West Coast. Let's see if I can get it all. Oh, Royce is typing. I'm going to get more. How much more is the question? Oh, I got 5,000 more. It's beautiful. It takes a little while to execute. Making $10,000 in a half an hour. How much did I make? 10,000? Let's see. I covered half. 209 minus 187 is where I'm going to get it basically. Times 54,700 shares. Yeah, so I'll make $12,000 this morning.
Not a bad morning.
Not a bad morning at all, if I do say so myself. And you had to be early. There were no shares available to short. A lot of people were like, "Oh, you're shorting too early," but you got to be there for this kind of a collapse. Let's see. We got 10,000 more. We're covering it all at 188. Almost done. I'm just going to cover. I'm just going to lock in profits because again, even though this could drop more, when you make $10,000 so quickly, you should just take it. Done. Bought it at 187 average. And again, I'm not going to, this stock is choppy. It's already had the big drop. Now it's coming down even more. So again, I'm playing it too safe. I played it too safe last time. But when you make this kind of money, you just take it. Beautiful. Thank you, sir. This was such a frustrating stock too. Let me look at it. Now it's going down to 180. I just gave away like an extra $5,000. It doesn't matter. I covered safely. Let me put out the trade alert so that everybody knows. And I covered this at 187. Beautiful morning panic. Might go more, but I don't trust these promoters. Nice $12,000 plus profit. Yeah, it may go down a little more. I don't know. I really don't know what these promoters want to do. It gets a little choppy, but all I know is that this this kind of morning panic was predictable. And I was right there for it. And we got a live video on there, and then here. Let's see, beautiful morning panic. This is the same. Wait, let me try and show people this ECAU pattern is the same. Watch 2 videos. So I'm gonna link. I have other videos. Let's see. This is, by the way, I wrote this post last night. Last night I wrote this because I wanted people to see it in real time. I said 10 reasons ECW. Oh, I didn't even say why. I was tired. 10 reasons ECW will drop 50% in the next week. And this is the exact same pattern as this. Look, another 30% and 30-minute penny stock prediction. Surprise, it's the same. That was the last time when it dropped from 290 down to 2. It's actually more than 30%. But this is how you call the top in stocks, in promoted stocks. See, it's dropping down to 181. So, I played it too safe. But when you can lock in that kind of money, especially when there's support here. There's some support here at 175. I don't know how it's going to act. I don't worry about a few extra cents a share. I cover at 187. It's the same as OMVO, DOMK. Watch these 2 videos. Same pattern as always. Watch these videos. See, that's what I do. I make these videos. I try and get you to, show you what this is. It's coming down to 179. I don't even want to think about how much money I just left on the table because I always cover too early. I'm not that great of a trader. I'm a much better teacher. I totally prepared everybody for this. Now, so I made roughly $12,000. How much was it? $12,034. And right now it's dropped roughly another 10 cents. So this would have been another 5,000. So I could have been up 17,000. And it just keeps going. Watch this. This is just beautiful. I'm not even going to watch it. Remember, there's some support here at 175, 176. So I don't know how it's going to act. I'm done. Let's go take a look at the sunrise. Let me show you this beautiful place that we're trading from. The sun is shining. People are sleeping. And we're profiting. Look at this ridiculous penthouse. There's a bedroom over there. I gotta see the sunrise. I gotta celebrate. Because it's not just about the money that I just made. It's the millions that other people will make. I feel like Abraham Lincoln. I don't just think about the current slaves. I think about all future generations. Look at this. Look at this sunrise.
Where are we at?
We're at the penthouse in Hollywood at the Roosevelt Hotel. You can't get better than this. Look at those houses over there. Those are the houses of multi-millionaires. One of my students wanted me to rent that place, stay in his house. That's nice, but I like doing my own thing. We had a giant party here last night. Maids already came. That's very nice.
They forgot one.
They forgot one.
They're fired.
That's what this is about. I'm glad we captured this on video. I'm glad that we're here at this freaking amazing place so that you can see it. It happens again and again. And I hate to say it again and again and again and again, but it does. I'm teaching a pattern, not just like a formula, not just like, oh, learn this one pattern and you'll be set for life. You have to understand why this pattern happens. It's been building for days. It's not random that I keep writing these blog posts and say, look, this stock is about to crash. And no one reads my stuff. I have like a few thousand readers. There's no shares to short. So people who say, oh, you caused the collapse. With what shares? There's no shares to short. What caused it is that the promoters have to sell their shares. The reason why they're promoters is because they have shares at 5 cents, 10 cents, 50 cents a share. They don't care if they're selling at 202. They don't care if they're selling at 216. They don't care if they're selling at 150. They pump up the stock with a $3 million mailer. This was a Chuck Hughes mailer. Chuck Hughes, you're an unethical bastard, and you deserve to go to hell where you're going. And I deserve to go to heaven because I'm teaching everybody this. And I'm practically in heaven. I don't think a hotel room can get much better than this. This is probably one of the nicest, if not the single nicest, hotel, suite, penthouse in all of Los Angeles. And yeah, I don't like waking up this early. I got like my lotion on me and my moisturizer to get rid of my razor burn. Can you see it? Yes. Hopefully you can. I don't care. I'm not perfect. And, you know, we're going to go down and look at this stock because I want to see it. Watch it go down to like the 160s and be like, Sykes covered too soon again. But I made the money back. And it was predictable. How many stocks in the stock market are predictable? Not many. People are trading Google and Apple. People always ask me, what's Apple going to do? Screw Apple. And it's unpredictable. This is predictable. The promoter's selling. The technical crash. The panic. This might go down to $1 today. And this will be a video where it'll be like, Sykes, you idiot, you could have made 50,000. Perhaps I should have. But my goal these days is not to make the most from trading, it's to make the most from teaching you guys, you know, and influencing the most people so that you realize you can change your life, to realize that you can be in this penthouse suite. It's down to 175, so it's an extra $5,000 so far. But it just keeps going. I want you to look at this, because this is actually pretty amazing that it's just cracked. You know, sometimes I should just go into a coma and just, you know, not cover. But I just don't know. It's down 17%. I mean, the big predictable drop was from, you know, 2 down to the 180s. I might be short a little bit here if I was really that good of a trader. But yeah, it just collapsed. This is so going against what I wanted to do. Why did I cover so soon? But $12,000. You can't say no to $12,000. So let's summarize. What did you learn here? A, you learned that I'm a badass. There's no other way to say it, because I called this stock perfectly. I've been all over my students for this for several days, and I was exactly right that this would panic and that you had to be early because there were no shares to short today, but there were tons of shares to short yesterday. Secondly, you know, I'm sorry for those of you who got bought in. Sometimes you're not going to be able to participate in the whole panic. You're going to miss it by a few hours or a few days. Don't feel bad. That happens to me sometimes too. I mean, I lost 8,500 yesterday, and I made back 12,000 today. So I'm up, you know, 4,000, and I made 5,000 the first time. So I'm up like 10,000 on this stock, which is good. But you know, I can make a lot more. I can trade this better too. And now it's coming back good. So it found some support. Most importantly, this is just a life-changing pattern. This is a life-changing phenomenon. You know, like people, when I first started, you know, teaching, people said short selling penny stocks was illegal. A lot of brokers tell you it's illegal to short stocks under $5, under $2. It's not illegal. You just need to find the borrows. You need to have the right brokers. I have a whole video, I guess I'll link it here, where I'll talk about my brokers, you know. And if you have any questions about the brokers, I encourage you to contact me. Go to timothysykes.com/contact. I want you to have the right tools. I hate it. I absolutely hate it when my students don't have the right tools. You're going to like a gunfight with a knife and you're wondering why you keep like losing. So this was a great short. This was a good pattern. I'm glad those of you who are students, you saw it in real time, even if you didn't participate, if you didn't have the right broker, or if unfortunately you got bought in, you can see how this can happen. And it's not just like a one-time thing, and it's not like a random thing. This is fully predictable. This is how you predict stuff in the stock market. And I know that sounds crazy. I know how I sound, but it happens so many times. I've seen this hundreds of times. Sooner or later, you know, you're going to realize it. And sooner or later, you're going to realize this is the kind of thing that can make you very, very rich. Like it's made me rich, and it's made several of my students. You know, we had over a dozen students who made over 100,000 last year, but they've only seen a few of these. You know, I'm excited to see a few years from now to see how students are going to, like, you know, really see more of these in real time. And, you know, just bank. You know, maybe in 2015, 2016, I'll have like, look, I had over a dozen students who made 10 million last year, or over $1 million. If it's a bull market, you know, you're going to have many more plays. But all I can do is try and encourage you, try and inspire you, and show you like this is how you bank. And it's coming down again too, just just to mess with me. But anyways, that's how you make $12,000 before the sun rises in LA. I am Batman! I just made $12,000 from this beautiful suite at the Roosevelt Hotel. It's the exact pattern that I teach in my DVDs, in my video lessons. The beautiful thing is that even though I made $12,000, some of my students did better than me. Mark Crook, who was working in a cubicle just about 2 years ago, who's now also a teacher, he's a trading challenge student, he made nearly $10,000 this morning. And right now it's 8 in the morning, LA, so the markets have only been open for an hour. Forrest, I have to thank you. Thank you for being such a great student. Forrest is a trading challenge student, but he's also an inner circle student. He came to my house in Miami not once, but twice. I hope he comes to my inner circle in Rome, which is next week. We're gonna have future inner circles all over the world just to inspire you. I would love to have one here. I didn't even think this place would be this amazing. But Forrest just made $15,000. He did better than me. He had a smaller position. He has a smaller account size, and learning from me alongside me in person in Miami has changed his life. He made 15 grand in roughly an hour today. Forrest, I'm so proud of you. Mark, I'm so proud of you. I know there are others, but those of you guys, like you've been texting me, you're like saying, thank you, Tim, thank you. You're welcome. Thank you guys, because you make my life fulfilling. $12,000, that's fine. I do that every now and then. But you guys making over $10,000 in an hour, when the stock collapses perfectly, just as I called, just as we've seen hundreds, if not thousands of times, that's something special. So congrats to you. Thank you guys for inspiring me. And those of you guys who are missing out, you know, you don't need to try this if you don't want to. I'm not like trying to twist your arm, but you're just missing out. And I just want more people. I want to name drop like 100 people next time rather than just 2 or 3. So gotta love this. I love my strategy. I'm so pumped up right now. I just want to teach more people. I am Batman. I can talk insane. That doesn't matter as long as I'm a good trader and a good teacher. See ya.